Scentland, the land of scent. Hello and welcome, it's Chris back with yet another fragrance review. I'm coming to you today from a weird place. It's not a weird place, it's a locker room. Straightforward, simple as it gets, locker room, but it fits the purpose. And it fits as an environment for today's fragrance that I'm going to be introducing to you. A sports fragrance released by the Spanish designer brand of Tous. I hope I spelled the name correctly. If not, correct me please. Tous Man Sport. Released in the year of 2010, so 12 years ago, still around, still popular. And does it fit the environment? Absolutely. Does it fit any occasion where you want to feel fresh, invigorated? Yes, it does, but it achieves even much more, and I'm going to tell you why that is. So the year is 2010, and the parfumeur is Vincent Salaire. Vincent Salaire, who was given the job to create a sports fragrance for the Tous brand. Okay, and he's done a tremendously nice job. So much so that this is one of the most brilliantly done sports fragrances, designer sports fragrances that I've come across ever, and it has a reason. The reason is that it perfectly fits this scenario, the locker room, okay, the gym, any in or outdoor sports occasion that you might do, but it goes beyond that, and it goes beyond that because it has a nice character. So how has Vincent Salaire achieved this, okay? Simple and straightforward lemon notes greet you at the very beginning, at the start of the fragrance, but it's not a sparkling, usual kind of fizzy lemonade type of lemon. It's dusty. It has a dusty feeling to it, and I think I think I can tell you why this dustiness appears with the lemon. The lemon is very prominent, but at the same time you get a little bit of apple in there, aldehydes, and ginger. Okay, so it's a fruity start, but mostly the initial smell really reminds me of lemon and ginger. Okay, and probably apple as well. So it's a nice combination. Definitely refreshing, mood boosting, energizing, invigorating, perfectly fitting, for example, a locker room like this. But this fragrance goes further and therefore opens up a wide window to any other locations, even evening wear, which is rare for sports fragrance. Usually they're fairly basic, and they deliver or not on that basic promise of invigorating you or energizing you, okay? But again, this is different. And I've mentioned all the fruity notes here, but how does it go beyond that? I already mentioned aldehydes, which are in modern perfumery not used that often like in the 70s and 80s, okay? Maybe that is an impact that you can feel and it provides to the dustiness, but I rather think that it's the musk. It has a musk here that is a modern musk, and it paired up with some cedar wood, blending into this fruity start. The musk and this combination gives this fragrance a nice backbone, something that you can rely on to be long lasting for hours and hours, because usually fruity notes, citrus notes, ginger notes, they evaporate after a while. At the same time, when you're working out for 2 hours, you would like to have the fragrance, constantly being present, yet not offending anybody in the gym, okay, or anywhere you do the sports, okay. You're not there to be recognized by your smell, rather by your workout, okay. But still, you want mainly for yourself to be refreshed and energized by the fragrance. It totally gives you that, but again, it goes beyond that. And how, because of this aldehyde and musk and cedar wood combination that really provides a backbone, and to top this up in the base of this fragrance, you have a fantastically blended, very nice, modern type of oak moss in there. And the oak moss, the aldehydes, and the musk, these are three main notes here that are, rarely used together like this in a modern fragrance. In the 70s, you had lots of aldehydes, lots of musk, and lots of moss in fragrances, okay? It was not uncommon. These days, and I count 2010 still as these days, okay, even though it's 12 years ago, these days, in the modern day, let's put it that way, this combination of these three notes is not necessarily very common, okay, and you can smell that here, and you can smell it in a good way, because it gives it a backbone and it separates it from all the mainstream sports fragrances. It lends it with tremendous character, recognizable character also that will gather you compliments, and it lends it with a great performance also. Very nice projection in silice, not overbearing but present, very much present, so you don't have to over apply like with many sports fragrances in order to smell it for yourself or others in your environment. And very, very good longevity, 8 hours and beyond, okay? And I think it's the blending of the selection first of all, and then the blending of these selected notes into a fantastic, invigorating, refreshing sports fragrance with a backbone, done by Vincent Salaire for Tous, and calling it Tous Man Sport. I think Tous is proud of this, and I think it's a great seller as well, because as I said, it's still around. In regards to age, I can see this guy in his 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s wearing this, because it has character. It's even good enough as a signature fragrance, believe it or not, because of those three, the aldehydes, the musk, and the oak moss, along with the refreshing aspects of the fruity notes, make this even a great all-year-round versatile signature fragrance. So I highly applaud Tous for this, because they've created, to me, a perfect sports fragrance that can even function as a signature. I used this back in 2012 when I was in London, and it totally reminds me of London, but that's my problem, okay? So Tous Man Sport, one of the greatest and best performing sports fragrances I've come across, and it ticks all the boxes that you want from a sports fragrance and goes even further. So it ticks the locker room, okay? So I'm going to be heading out to do my little boxing exercise, and I hope I was able to provide you with some insight into this wonderful sports fragrance by Tous. Thanks very much. This was Chris from Sandland. See you soon. Bye-bye.